Cardcaptor Sakura, abbreviated as CCS and also known as Cardcaptors, is a Japanese shōjo manga series written and illustrated by the manga group Clamp. The manga was originally serialized in Nakayoshi from May 1996 to June 2000, and published in 12 tankōbon volumes by Kodansha from November 1996 to July 2000. The story focuses on Sakura Kinomoto, an elementary school student who discovers that she possesses magical powers after accidentally freeing a set of magical cards from the book they had been sealed in for years. She is then tasked with retrieving those cards in order to avoid an unknown catastrophe from befalling the world. The series was adapted into a 70-episode anime TV series by Madhouse that aired on Japan's satellite television channel NHKBS2 from April 1998 to March 2000. Additional media produced include 2 anime films, as well as video games, art books, picture books, and film comics. Tokyopop initially released the manga in English in North America from March 2000 to August 2003. After Tokyopop's license for Cardcaptor Sakura expired, Dark Horse Manga acquired the license and released the series in omnibus editions from October 2010 to September 2012. Nelvana licensed the TV series and first film for North American broadcast and distribution, renaming it Cardcaptors. All 70 episodes were dubbed. While other English-speaking territories received the full run, the version aired on American television was heavily edited into 39 episodes. Cardcaptors aired on Kids WB, Cartoon Network, Teletoon and Nickelodeon. The TV series and films were sub-licensed by Gene-On, which released them unedited with English subtitles. The TV series was also later released by Madman Entertainment in Australia and New Zealand. Critics praised the manga for its creativity and described it as a quintessential shōjo manga, as well as a critical work for manga in general. The manga series was awarded the Seiun Award for Best Manga in 2001. The TV anime adaptation was praised for transcending its target audience of young children and being enjoyable to older viewers. The artwork in the anime was also a focus of attention, described as above average for a late 1990s TV series, and Sakura's magic casting scenes were complimented for being nearly unique because of the regular costume changes. The TV anime won the Animage Grand Prix Award for Best Anime in 1999. The American edit of Cardcaptors, however, was heavily panned by critics for cutting out character backgrounds essential to understanding the plot. Cardcaptor Sakura takes place in the fictional city of Tomoda. 10-year-old Sakura Kinomoto accidentally releases a set of magical cards known as Clo cards from a book created and named after the sorcerer Clo Reed. Each card has its own unique ability and can assume an alternate form when activated. The guardian of the cards, Cerberus, emerges from the book and chooses Sakura to retrieve the missing cards. As she finds each card, she battles its magical personification and defeats it by sealing it away. Cerberus acts as her guide, while her best friend and second cousin, Tomoyo Daidouji, films her exploits and provides her with battle costumes. Sakura's older brother Toya Kinomoto watches over her, while pretending that he is unaware of what is going on. Sioran Lee, a boy Sakura's age and descendant of Clo Reed, arrives from Hong Kong to recapture the cards himself. While initially antagonistic, he comes to respect Sakura and begins aiding her to capture the cards. Once Sakura captures all of the cards, she is tested by Yu, the card's second guardian, to determine if she is worthy of becoming the card's true master. Yu is also the true form of Yukito Tsukishiro, Toya's best friend. Aided by her teacher Kaho Mizuki, Sakura passes the test and becomes the new master of the Clo cards. Iriel Yirajsawa, a transfer student from England, arrives in Tomoda and begins causing disturbances with 2 guardian-like creatures, Spinel Sun and Ruby Moon. Suddenly unable to use the Clo cards, Sakura transforms her wand and begins the process of transforming the cards into Sakura cards. Once all the cards have been transformed, Iriel tells Sakura that he aided her in converting the cards so they would not lose their magic powers. Sioran later confesses his love to Sakura, who comes to realize she also loves him. Cardcaptor Sakura concludes with Sioran returning to Hong Kong with a promise to return. 2 years later, Sioran moves back to Tomoda permanently. The plot of the anime series is extended, featuring 52 clo cards from the manga's original 19, and certain scenes are stretched and delayed, such as Sakura's true form not being revealed until just before Yu's appearance. Sakura creates a 53rd card, Hope, a talent she is not shown to have in the manga. Some of the circumstances around the capturing of the cards is changed, such as Sioran capturing several cards himself and being tested by Yu in the final judgment. Sioran's cousin and fiancée Marling Lee is introduced in the anime, who positions herself as a romantic rival for Sakura later in the series and also a friend until she returns to Hong Kong. The TV series leaves the relationship between Sakura and Sioran unresolved, but Sakura confesses her love to Sioran at the end of the second anime film. Production: Cardcaptor Sakura was first conceived shortly before the conclusion of Clamp's Magic Knight Ryeth, which was serialized in Nakayoshi. Clamp's head editor Yamanichi asked them to do another series in Nakayoshi, and Clamp decided to make a Nakayoshi-esque series, as opposed to Ryeth, which Clamp described as unlike anything they had done before. Head Clamp writer Nanae Okawa's first impulse was to create a magical girl series, despite not being well versed in the genre. Okawa wanted the heroine Sakura to be in the same age group as the majority of Nakayoshi's readers so that fans could relate to her. Due to it being different from how Clamp normally conceived characters, Okawa designed the other characters such as Tenwaro and Cerberus to be more like Clamp's previous creations. Once Okawa had enough information on the characters, she had the three artists in Clamp Mokona, Tsubaki Nikoi and Satsuki Igarashi design them based on her descriptions. When designing Cerberus, Okawa wanted a mascot-type companion for Sakura, but Nikoi tried various forms, including dogs and squirrels, before designing the final version. Sioran and Toyo were conceived to be a common type of character featured in Clamp's works. Various other titles were suggested for the series such as Cardcaptor Sakura and Cardcaptor Sakura before Nikoi suggested Cardcaptor Sakura. While Okawa planned out Cardcaptor Sakura from beginning to end, she never consulted the plot with the other members, instead giving them the script one chapter at a time. Mokona initially drew Tenwaro so it would look like she was in love with Toya, which led to her surprise when she received the script for the chapter which reveals Tenwaro loves Sakura. The story was planned to have the theme of if you try your best, it'll work out, but Okawa did not start out with Sakura's it'll definitely be okay mindset. Okawa wanted to write a story that minorities would feel comfortable with, referring to the same-sex and taboo relationships featured in the manga. The series' main theme is expressed through Sakura, a main character designed to be open-minded about different family structures and kinds of love. Okawa addressed the relationships featured in the series by using Tenwaro and Sakura as an example. She explained that the reason Tenwaro and Sakura did not end up together was not because Tenwaro is a girl, but rather because Sakura did not love Tenwaro in a romantic way. The central theme of Cardcaptor Sakura is love and human relationships. Throughout the series, many forms of love are showcased, including sibling love, childhood crushes, unrequited love, and true love. At times, Clamp even ignores the clo cards for several chapters to focus more on the relationships of Sakura and those around her. Each of these relationships are presented as is, with Clamp carefully avoiding passing judgment on the correctness of the relationships. In particular, the romantic relationship between elementary student Rika Sasaki and her teacher Yoshiyuki Terada is presented in such a way that it can be seen as a sweet and innocent tale of wish fulfillment, or if examined more seriously, as a mildly disturbing story of pedophilic love. The artists, especially Mokona, were told by Okawa to use thin lines and to try to express things through curved lines as opposed to straight lines. The style of artwork was decided at the beginning to unify the worldview of Cardcaptor Sakura. Okawa wanted the series to have a soft, cute-like feel, so she asked the artists to not use a lot of ink and to make the pages light. For the multitude of flower imagery used in the manga, Nikoi looked through various books to find appropriate flowers, and tried to avoid using the same flower more than once in one chapter. Igarashi remarked that they never had to draw so many flowers for one series, but they made a point to not use roses. Clamp wanted to incorporate transformation scenes into Cardcaptor Sakura, but because many magical girl manga have the girls wearing the same outfit, Clamp wanted Sakura to wear different costumes. Clamp felt that it's pretty sad for a girl to wear the same outfit all the time. Media, manga. Cardcaptor Sakura began as a manga series written and illustrated by the manga artist group Clamp. It was serialized in the monthly shōjo manga magazine Nakayoshi from the May 1996 to June 2000 issue. The individual chapters were collected and published in 12 tankōbon volumes by Kodansha from November 1996 to July 2000. Kodansha released the first 6 volumes in bilingual editions that included both Japanese and English from May 2000 to July 2001. The bilingual volumes were part of an experimental line for helping Japanese children learn English. Kodansha stopped releasing the bilingual editions after the series was licensed in English for distribution in North America by Tokyopop. Tokyopop released the volumes of Cardcaptor Sakura from March 2000 to August 2003. Tokyopop initially released the first 6 volumes with the book flipped from the original Japanese orientation, in which the book is read from right to left, to the Western format with text oriented from left to right. These volumes were later re-released with the original orientation in 2 box sets, each containing 3 volumes. Volumes 7 through 12 were released in the original orientation with the subtitle Master of the Claw. Madman Entertainment used Tokyopop's English translation to release the series in Australia and New Zealand. Dark Horse Manga published an English edition of the series in 4 omnibus volumes containing 3 of the original volumes each from October 2010 and September 2012. The manga series is licensed for additional regional language releases by Piccola Permil Edition in France, Star Comics in Italy, Egmont Manga and Anime in Germany, Editora JBC in Brazil, Everglory Publishing in Taiwan, Editions GLA Copyright Nat in Spain, Editorial Ivrea in Argentina, and Editorial Taucan in Mexico. TV series. A 70-episode anime TV series adaptation produced by the animation studio Madhouse aired in Japan on the NHK television network spread over 3 seasons. The first season, consisting of 35 episodes, aired between April 7 and December 29, 1998. The second season, with 11 episodes, aired between April 6 and June 22, 1999. The third season, containing 24 episodes, aired between September 7, 1999 and March 21, 2000. Directed by Morio Asaka, Clamp was fully involved in the project, with head writer Nanae Sokawa writing and composing the screenplay and Mokona overseeing the costumes and card designs. The series was later released by Bandai Visual to 18 VHS, LD and DVD compilation volumes from September 1998 to May 2000. Nelvana licensed Cardcaptor Sakura in North America, dubbed the series into English with Ocean Studios featuring Kādokyaputā Sakura, and released it under the name Cardcaptors. The initial version of the dub covered all 70 episodes and were left mainly intact, although character names were changed, some Japanese text was changed to English, and controversial subjects such as same-sex relationships were edited out. The musical score was completely replaced with new music and some of the sound effects were replaced when they could not be separated into separate tracks, although the original opening and ending themes were dubbed into English. This version aired in Australia on Network 10 and Cartoon Network, in Ireland on RTA Permil Network 2, in the UK on CITV and Nickelodeon, and in Canada on Teletoon. An alternative English dub of the series was produced by Omni Productions to air on an IMAX Asia, and it has been shown entirely unedited and uncut, making it very faithfully closer to the original Japanese version, which it broadcast on its English-language networks in Southeast Asia and South Asia. Cardcaptors first aired in the United States on Kids WB between June 17, 2000 and December 14, 2001. The version that aired on Kids WB was an alternate version of the Nelvana dub that was heavily edited even further, with episodes reordered and some left out completely. The editing to the original Nelvana dub was done to refocus the series to be more action-oriented for the appeal of male viewers, as they were seen as the largest audience of animation at the time. The first episode aired in Kids WB's version was Sakura's Rival, the 8th episode of the series, having removed episodes focusing on Sakura and to have the show start with Sioran's arrival. The series ran for 39 episodes, changing the original episode order but finishing with the show's actual final episode. Pioneer Entertainment released the dubbed Cardcaptors episodes to 9 VHS and DVD compilation volumes from November 2000 to July 2002. They also released the unedited Cardcaptor Sakura series with the original Japanese audio tracks and English subtitles, to 18 DVDs from November 2000 to November 2003. The first 11 volumes were also released in VHS. The Cardcaptor Sakura TV series DVDs went out of print at the end of 2006 when the license expired. NIS America has licensed the Cardcaptor Sakura TV series and re-released the entire series with Japanese and an unedited English audio track on DVD and Blu-ray on August 5, 2014. Madman Entertainment licensed the original Cardcaptor Sakura episodes in its uncut form with Japanese audio and English subtitles in Australia and New Zealand, and later released the series in 2 DVD box collections, one consisting of Season 1 and the other consisting of Seasons 2 and 3. Each DVD box set contained the textless openings and endings of the series. The second DVD box set also contained an exclusive interview with Sakura Tange, Sakura Kinomoto's Japanese voice actress. The first DVD box collection was released in September 2012, and the second DVD box collection was released in November 2012. Films. Madhouse produced 2 82-minute anime films as an extension to the TV anime series. The first, Cardcaptor Sakura, the movie, was released on August 21, 1999. Set between the first and second seasons of the TV series, the film shows Sakura and her friends going to Hong Kong where they encounter a vengeful spirit who was hurt by Chloe Reed in the past. It was released to VHS, LD and DVD in Japan by Bandai Visual in February 2000. Nelvana released an English dubbed version of the film, retaining the same name and story changes as its main Cardcaptors dub, although it was dubbed with no visual edits and was released in cut and uncut versions. As with the TV series, Pioneer Entertainment also released the film with the original Japanese audio and English subtitles, and also released a bilingual DVD containing both audio tracks. Both the edited and unedited versions were released on VHS and DVD in March 2002. Discotek Media will release the first film on Blu-ray disc and DVD on September 30, 2014 in North America. The second film, Cardcaptor Sakura Movie 2, The Sealed Card, was released in Japan on July 15, 2000. It provided a conclusion to the TV series, in which Sioran returns to Tokyo in hopes of getting Sakura's answer to his love confession, but her own confession is interrupted by the appearance of a 53rd Chloe card. It was released to LD and DVD in January 2001, and to VHS in July 2001. It was released in North America to DVD by Pioneer in November 2003 and featured an English dub by Bang Zoom Entertainment instead of Nelvana and Ocean Studios, now with Kari Wahlgren as Sakura, and this time retaining the original character names and the content unedited and uncut. The films as released by Pioneer remained in print in North America until late 2007. A bonus short film titled Leave It to Kiro was played with the theatrical screening of the second film. Audio CDs. As a preview to the anime series, Kodansha released a tankōbon-sized CD volume titled CD Comic Cardcaptor Sakura in August 1997 containing 2 character songs sung by the voice actors of Sakura and Hanwao and drama tracks. 2 drama CDs were released for the series. The first, Sakura Doaka-san no Organ, was released in July 1998 featuring a script written by clamp author Nanae Sokawa. It depicts Sakura having a dream about her mother playing an organ and choosing to write about her the following day for a school project. The second CD, Sweet Valentine Stories, was released in February 1999 and depicts a single day in the life of the girls in Sakura's class, including Sakura herself. 4 original soundtrack CD albums were released for the anime TV series from July 1998 to March 2000. The soundtracks included instrumental background music and the vocal theme songs. 2 soundtracks were produced for the films. The first film's soundtrack was released in August 1999, followed by the second film's soundtrack in August 2000. 9 theme song singles were released, 6 for the TV series and 3 for the films. The 3 opening theme song singles for the TV series are, Catch You Catch Me by Gumi released in April 1998, Tobara o Akite by Anza released in April 1999, and Platinum by Mamoru Sakamoto released in October 1999. The 3 ending theme song singles for the TV series are, Groovy by Kohei Hiro's released in September 1998, Honey by Chihiro released in May 1999, and Fruits Candy by Megumi Kojima released in November 1999. The 2 ending theme song singles for the films are, Taiko no Makita by Naomi Kaitani released in August 1999 for the first film, and Ashita e no Melody by Cheka released in July 2000 for the second film. The theme song single for the anime short Leave It to Kiro, shown with the second film, Okashi no Yuta, was released in July 2000. 6 character song singles sung by the voice actors of Sakura, Toya, Cerberus, Tomoyo, Yukito and Sioran released in June 1998. Each single also contained a short drama track. A character song album titled Cardcaptor Sakura Character Songbook was released in January 1999 containing tracks from the previously released character song singles as well as new tracks sung by the various voice actors. An album titled Tomoda Elementary Choir Club Christmas Concert, released in December 1999, contains 7 tracks by a children's choir, including 5 where they are joined by Junko Iwao, the voice actress for Tomoyo. A 4-CD compilation set, Complete Vocal Collection, was released in February 2001 compiling the series theme songs, tracks from the character song singles, remixes of previously released songs, and new music. An album containing the theme songs from the TV series and films titled Cardcaptor Sakura Theme Song Collection was released in December 2001. Victor Entertainment released the albums and singles for Cardcaptor Sakura. An original soundtrack for Cardcaptors titled Cardcaptors, Songs from the hit TV series was released in September 2001 by Rhino Entertainment. Video games. 10 video games have been produced based on the series and released on a variety of video game and handheld consoles. They feature various genres, such as adventure and role-playing video games. Other media. Kodansha published 3 art books for the manga series and 3 art books for the anime TV series featuring art by character designer Kumiko Takahashi. The 3 books for the manga titled Cardcaptor Sakura Illustration Collection were released from August 1998 to December 2000. The 3 for the TV series titled Cheerio were released from April 1999 to September 2000. A set of the 52 Clo cards featured in the TV series was released in August 1999 and a Clo card fortune book, which contains information on how to use the Clo card replica set as tarot cards, was released in March 2000. A fan book for the manga titled Cardcaptor Sakura Memorial Book was published on February 27, 2001 containing various illustrations from the series, as well as information on branded merchandise based on the series and interviews. 4 fan books under the title Complete Book, were released for the TV series and films. For the TV series, 2 fan books labeled Clo Card Hen and Sakura Card Hen were released on July 30, 1999 and June 29, 2000 respectively. For the 2 film had received a fan book each and were released on October 29, 1999 to October 27, 2000 respectively. A poster box containing several posters and a T-shirt was released on August 17, 2001. 10 volumes of a film comic sharing the same name as the manga and anime series were published from August 1998 to November 2000 covering the first 2 anime seasons, though some episodes were skipped. 3 more were published under the subtitle, Sakura Card Hen from March 2001 to February 2002, covering up to episode 59, though again some episodes were skipped. 4 picture books were released for the TV series from September 1998 to November 2000. 4 sticker books were released for the TV series from August 1999 to March 2004. Reception: the Cardcaptor Sakura manga series was popular with Japanese readers, ranking among the top 5 sellers during its release. The manga series was awarded the Seiun Award for Best Manga in 2001. Shonen Garrity of the Comics Journal described the series as a quintessential shōjo manga, which is praised for its mature direction in the second half. Cardcaptor Sakura has been described as a critical work of manga by Christopher Butcher of Comics 212. In a review by Lisa Anderson of Manga Life, the subplots in the series related to the interactions between characters were noted to be of special interest. Anderson praised how the manga, while at the onset begins with a costumed Sakura chasing after a claw card, takes a rather big leap in another direction, when focusing on the characters. The manga is further lauded for its depth. Anime News Network reviewer Robert Nguyen felt Cardcaptor Sakura is an atypical shōjo manga, which puts an emphasis on the emotions of the character. In Manga, the complete guide, Mason Templar states that the series is not just one of the best kids' manga in translation, it's one of the very best manga available in English, period. He praises Clam for their creativity and shrewd business sense, in being able to create a series that clearly has merchandising in line, and an utterly forgettable premise into a story that is brimming with warmth and joy and wonder, and is much more than the sum of its parts. The manga is cited as being cute by critics, and in some cases too cute. However, Anderson stated that much like Magic Knight Rieth, even a cute story will have its depth and drama. The artwork of the manga is praised for being detailed and having beautifully drawn pictures of the claw cards themselves. The cards are described as having an artful blend of magical fantasy and reality. The anime adaptation was popular with viewers in Japan, despite having a time slot that normally has low viewership. The Cardcaptor Sakura anime adaptation won the Animage Grand Prix Award for Best Anime in 1999. In May 2000, Volumes 8 and 17 of the anime LD release were among the top-selling titles, with Volume 17 being in first place. The 18th DVD volume was the 8th best-selling anime DVD in Japan in June 2000. An America contributor Kevin Liu felt the series had a sophisticated design sense that allowed the series to transcend its target audience of young children and be enjoyable to older viewers as well. Fellow contributor Takashi Oshiguchi found the character Sakura to be appealing and praised the series' artwork. He felt that while it was very calculated to attract male readers, the series was attractive to fans due to Clamp's unique entertainment style that incorporates perfectly timed appearances of fascinating villains, and the unusual element of having the main character change costume for every capture. The magazine's Winnie Chow felt the series' animation was far above average for a TV series, and compliments Sakura's magic casting scenes for being nearly unique due to the regular costume changes. Zach Bicci of ANN praised Cardcaptor Sakura for taking an incredibly stale and repetitive magical girl genre and providing something fun, clever, beautifully animated, touching and exciting all at once. Bicci goes on to call the series the best magical girl show ever produced. The animation was described as being incredibly fluid with the character designs maintaining a consistent and impressive level of detail, even during action scenes. The series has been described as formulaic, but this is not said to detract from the show's enjoyment. While Cardcaptor Sakura is normally intended for an audience of young girls, the anime is lauded for containing elements that can be enjoyed by anyone, regardless of age or gender, providing they are open-minded enough. In 2001, the anime ranked 46th on Wizards Anime magazine's Top 50 Anime Released in North America ranking. The Kids WB version of the Cardcaptors dub was panned by critics. Jake Godek of THEM Anime called it the worst thing that has ever happened to anime that had a good Japanese name, with the dubbing being one of the worst if not the worst dubbing done for a program. He also criticized the editing, saying that it had demolished the plot, and noting that it cut out vital character backgrounds needed in order to understand the show. Adam Arnold of Aim Fringe, reviewing the first Cardcaptors DVD, said it was nothing more than an attempt to dilute a fan-favorite anime, with the dubbed voices described as not up to par with the originals. The ordering of the episodes on the DVD was also criticized, noting that starting with episode 8 meant that the cast are left without their backgrounds fleshed out. However, he also approved of the episode stories being left intact, and praised the voices of Kādokyaputā Sakura Avalon and Reese Huber as Sayori and Lee, stating that they were only voices that really shine above the rest. In January 2002, the restaurant chain Taco Bell began a month-long promotion in which 4 Cardcaptors toys were available in their kids' meals, and the company expected to distribute up to 7 million of the toys during the month. The conservative Christian political orientation American Family Association complained about the promotion as the organization felt the Clo cards in the series were too similar to tarot cards and Eastern mythology. However, the organization's complaints did not begin until the promotion was already scheduled to end, so it is unsure whether the complaints had any actual effect. References. Further reading, Considine, J.D. Television Radio, Making Anime a Little Safer for Americans. The New York Times. Retrieved April 1, 2011. Thompson, Jason. Cardcaptor Sakura. House of 1000 Manga. Anime News Network. Retrieved April 1, 2011. West, Mark. Ellis, Bill. Folklore on Gender Inversion in Cardcaptor Sakura. The Japanification of Children's Popular Culture, From Godzilla to Miyazaki. Lanham, Maryland, Scarecrow Press PPA 249/266. ISBN A978-0-8108-5121-4. External links, Cardcaptor Sakura at NHK, Cardcaptor Sakura at Anime News Network's Encyclopedia.